Bolger down low, Van Manen. Van Manen with the reverse layup, gets it off the glass, and we have a tie game with 18:29 to go. Bringing it up now, Robertson, right side. Robertson's going to drive. He gets Scatino to go down, and he gets it to Muhammad on the left elbow. Muhammad challenged by King, gets the screen, tries to go up, and is fouled by Bolger as he tried to drive into the paint, and it'll be an inbound to our left as that's Bolger's first personal foul. The second foul on the Dolphins as a team, and the inbound will come from Robertson at the baseline. Robertson is on the shorter side of the basketball spectrum as he only stands at 5'8". And the ball comes up to King, and instead it's brought back up by McDaniel for the Knights. McDaniel throws in, that's Muhammad. Muhammad goes up, blocked, gets the rebound, goes up again, rattles the back of the rim, and it makes its way back out to Robertson. Robertson's going to bring it left side. He's going to pull up at the elbow. Has nothing, though, so he's going to take his time here. Challenged by Scatino. Gets the screen from Brown. Kicks over to the right side for Muhammad. Muhammad now to McDaniel. McDaniel bounce pass Albright, the leading scorer for the Knights. Kicks it back out. McDaniel now to Muhammad. Leaves it off for Robertson. Robertson's going to pull up now to the logo and try and drive back in on Scatino. And it's a moving foul called on Eddie Brown. A moving screen called on Eddie Brown. And the ball will go to the Dolphins. Kevin King to inbound it to our left. 17:34 to go, scores 5-5, all squared away in the first game of the ECAC tournament for the Dolphins. King here is going to inbound it, gets it into Scatino. As number 32 for the Knights, that is Crawford Muhammad, checks in for the Knights. And Scatino's going to throw it into the paint. Van Manen tries to get it to Bolger. Does. Bolger gets up using his height, but he can't drop it. And coming up the other way is McDaniel. McDaniel has it. He's going to cut across into the paint. He's going to look for something. Can't. Challenged there by Chadwick Myers. Throws it across to Robertson. Misses his hand, and it goes out of bounds, and the possession will go to the Dolphins. So good defense there by Chadwick Myers. Forces the turnover, and the Dolphins will get an inbound from just in front of the scorer's table directly across from us on the near side. Kevin King throws it in Scatino. Scatino's going to carry it over the timeline with 17:05 to go. 5-all is your score. Throws it over right side, Chadwick Myers. Chadwick Myers is called for a travel as he tried to get into the paint. And it'll be Knights ball as number 14, that is Jamil Jenkins, also checks in for the Knights. Bringing it up is Robertson, kicks it over to Jenkins, left side, challenged by Chadwick Myers, gets the screen from Crawford Muhammad, and it's going to make its way over right side, and I believe that is Muhammad who's going to get it into Albright. Albright with the good D there by Bolger, but he gets it up and over him, and it's a 7-5 lead now for the Knights. It's going to be a good game here, Dave Grace. Chadwick Myers challenged here by Jenkins, backs up, throws it to King, gets it over Van Manen down low. Van Manen drops his shoulder into Albright, but the ball's stolen by Muhammad, and a foul is going to be called on Van Manen. His first, the team's third. Looked like Matt Van Manen was a little frustrated there that Muhammad was able to get the steal on him, so he just gave him a little bit of a tug on the arm, and we'll have an inbound from just in front of the Knights bench for the Knights, and it'll make its way to Robertson. Robertson's bringing it up. Kicks it over right side. This is Jenkins. Jenkins back over Albright, the team's leading scorer. Thought about a three, but Van Manen was right in his face, so instead he'll kick over to Robertson on the right side. Robertson bounce pass for Crawford Muhammad, who goes up and makes it with the defense from Bolger, but Crawford Muhammad's able to put it down back to a 4-point lead for the Knights as Scatino will bring it up. Scatino kicks over to Chadwick Myers, left side. Chadwick Myers dribbles, puts it down onto the floor, and is going to try and drive, and the basket won't count as he was fouled. And coming in now is David Grace. This is the X factor. Javon Cox will come in for Dylan Bolger. Javon Cox has it all. He can rebound, he can play D, he can steal, and he can definitely get you some points. So Javon Cox comes in now for the Dolphins, and it'll be an inbound by Kevin King right in front of the Knights bench. Scatino has it. He's going to drive along the right side, gets it in. Chadwick Myers thought about Cox, instead backs up to the 3-point line. He's challenged here, and he's going to swing it over to the left side for King. Kevin King's challenged here, gets it over Chadwick Myers, right side. Chadwick Myers is challenged and is going to back up over the 3-point line and is going to pull up. Long range two, count it. Chadwick Myers showing why he is an all-star guard for this team, and it's 9-7. Number 33, that is Marley. Drew Marley checks in for the Knights. So we've had a bunch of bench players make their way into the game already here for the Knights. The Knights have had a total of 8 players on the floor already here. Dolphins sticking with only 6, their starters, and now Javon Cox, the X Factor, makes his way in as Scatino has it on the right side, challenged by Robertson. Kicks it over to King. King over to Chadwick Myers. Chadwick Myers, Van Manen now. Van Manen low post, kicks out Chadwick Myers. Chadwick Myers kicks out Kevin King, straightaway 3. Oh, off the front rim, no good. Cox with the rebound, and that's what he could do for the Dolphins right there as he swings it out Scatino. And Scatino threw his head up and it drew the foul on number 3 of Robertson. Scatino is really good at drawing fouls here for the Dolphins. He knows how to get the contact and he knows how to draw the foul, as Bluchy McGlure will check in here for the Dolphins. Bluchy's going to get set here to check it in. 15:01 to go. Knights up 9-7. Bluchy McGlure is a dynamic scorer for the CSI Dolphins team. Look for him to hit shots from all over the floor. I've seen him hit near half-court three-pointers for this Dolphins team as Bluchy puts a nice crossover move on Marley. Kicks out to Cox. Cox into the paint from Van Manen. Van Manen from the baseline puts it up bottom of the backboard. Cox had the rebound, but it's ripped out of his hands by Crawford Muhammad and brought back up by Robertson. Robertson into the paint. This is Marley. Marley, turnaround jumper, gets it off the glass.
They were fighting for that ball a second ago.
Makes his way up to Chadwick Myers. Chadwick Myers goes down, and the foul is going to be called on number 14, Jenkins, and there will be an inbound here for the Dolphins, trailing by 4, 11-7. The inbound will come to our right on the sideline. As we have a bunch of substitutions here for the Knights. Coming back in will be the leading scorer, Albright. Also coming in is number 12, Justin Hart. And number 15 is Chinwe Wuso. And Will Fonseca will check in for Javon Cox after Javon Cox looked to be hurt after that play at the baseline going for the rebound. He's over at the trainer's table. It looks like he might be just drinking some water, or looks like he might have a cut somewhere. But he is over at the trainer's table as Will Fonseca comes in and makes an immediate impact with a putback tip. 11-9 is your score in favor of the Knights, and the Knights head back the other way, and this is Albright, left elbow. Albright tried to get it in, but is stolen by Fonseca, and he kicks it out to Scatino. Fonseca brings that same kind of athleticism that Cox does, just in a bigger frame. Scatino tries to drive into the paint and gets fouled. He'll go to the line here as the Dolphins are now in the bonus. He'll get a 1-and-1, so a chance here. If he makes the first, he can make the second. 11-9. Chance here to tie the game for Scatino and the Dolphins. Scatino is the team's leading, is shooting 70% from the line. And the first rattles in and out, so no chance for the second. And coming up now is Albright for the Knights. Albright cuts through to the paint. A nice play to get his hand on it there was Bluchy as the rebound makes its way back out. And now this is Hart. Hart kicks it over right side. Albright again. Albright's going to drive and gets the bank shot in off the glass. 13-9. They're going to have to shut down this kid Albright if they want to come back and win this game here. As Chadwick Myers with the long 2 gets it to fall. 13-11 now. Bringing it up is Hart. Hart swings it over to Wusu. Wusu has it. Challenged by Chadwick Myers. Bounces it into the paint. This is Marley. Marley backs down Fonseca. Turn around, hook shot. Can't get it to fall. Rattled in and out. The rebound goes off of Wusu out of bounds, and it'll go to the Dolphins. Wusu and Fonseca were battling for it as the X Factor Javon Cox comes back in for Van Manen. Bluchy inbounds it to Scatino. Scatino's going to bring it up. He's challenged by Hart. Bringing it up, tries to drive into the paint, pulls up, gets it to Bluchy. Bluchy, the long three-pointer, wide open, misses front rim, back rim, and out. That's not something Bluchy misses often. He was wide open for that shot, and bringing it up is Hart. Hart with the three-pointer, no good front of the rim, and the rebound brought down by Wusu. Wusu kicks out to Marley. Marley with the mid-range jumper, no good, and the rebound brought up by Scatino for the Dolphins. Scatino's going to pull up at the left elbow, looking for something. Thought about Chadwick Myers, now gets it to him, and Chadwick Myers is going to bring it in on the Knights. Kicks it out right side, Bluchy for 3. No good, too strong off the rim. Cox had the rebound, and he was fouled as he came down with it, so that's the second miss by Bluchy, something we are definitely not used to seeing as CSI Dolphin broadcasters, as that is the first foul for number 21, Faraji James, who has just checked into the game before that play. And Javon Cox will head to the line here, a chance for a 1-and-1 and a chance to tie the game. 13-11 your score. 12:48 to go. Javon Cox at the line. The X Factor puts it up and gets it to go. 13-12. Chance to tie the game here for the Dolphins. 12:48 to go. His second is good. 13-13 now. The Dolphins have it all squared away as the inbound comes to Albright. And the Dolphins go to a full court press. Bringing it up is Hart. Hart's going to bring it left side. And a foul is going to be called on Javon Cox. His first, the fourth on the team. Coming back in is number 11, Muhammad. Checking out is number 15, Wosu. For Jersey City. We have an inbound directly to our left. Albright, the leading scorer, is going to inbound. It doesn't want to, but he's going to. I feel like he likes to have the ball in his hand on the court, not in the out of bounds. Looking for someone to check it into. Finally gets it into James, and James is challenged here by Chadwick Myers. Kicks it over, right side Hart. Hart challenged by Scatino. Hart's going to try and travel it in, brings it into Albright. Albright right side. Challenged by Cox, gets the screen. Instead, Cox stays with him, though. Before through the screen nicely, and this is Hart now, top of the key. Drives in on Scatino. Tries to throw the pass out. Goes off of Scatino and out of bounds. Hart tried to get that pass into the paint there. What do you like so far, Dave?
Well, I think the Knights are playing quite nightly here. I mean, they've been ahead for most of the game. I mean, it's tied now, but they are playing very fast. The ball is flying around the court.
As Albright misses a long three, and the